Hello everyone and welcome back to KORR Monsters. This time we are in Las Vegas, Nevada for KORR Monsters Final 7 Freestyle. Our order for the show here tonight is going to start us off with Cottonmouth, followed by the brand new Glazed and Confused. Then we'll have Loud Pedal, Grim Fate, Airborne Assault, Safety Clean, Bull Tilt, Sassy Child, Snowcat, Doggone Crazy, Monkey Business, our brand new two-time racing champion, Lonnie Holland Rambunctious, Comedic Gaskets, Rat Trap 3, Tonka, Sunoco, our 2000 freestyle champion, Busted Knuckles, our 2003 freestyle champion, Before It Breaks Car Parts, our two-time freestyle champion, Reckless Red, and then our defending two-time freestyle champion, Try Me. Now to get us started here in freestyle, we have Zach Preston bringing out Cottonmouth. Starting us off, good wheelie on the backside of the blue lane. Going after his next hit, gets some good air off the other racing lane. Zach, been around quite a few years at this point. Started off driving Rat Trap 1. And when Lonnie Hall left to drive Rambunctious, got the call to drive this truck. As he goes into a wicked set of cyclones here. Zach's always been more of a racer, not so much of a freestyle, hence why he's going out so early. But still, normally want to put on a pretty good show to get us started. And so far he's doing just that. Looking for that next hit here, going backside of that car stack. Beautiful hit on it. So we get down to the last 28 seconds of the run. Lining up for that racing lane hit and airs it out huge off of it. Time for a couple of more hits here. What has he got left for us to get started? Backside of that racing lane. Got some good air on it. Last hit here, couple of seconds left. As he's going to go over that big obstacle with a hard landing on the front end. Could have damaged something there, but it happened right as time expired. So no foul there as he goes into another set of cyclones in the middle of the floor. Up and over he goes. And it's going to be a 27 to start us off here from Zach Preston and Cottonmouth. As next up, we have Gene Martin debuting the brand new Glazed and Confused. Beautiful truck as he gets us started with a hit on the racing lane. And gets some good air over the volcano there. And looks like he's going to line up here, go for a slap wheelie, and he's not going to get it off that jump. I don't think that is really meant for slap wheelies, but he tried it anyway. The backside of that car stack gets some good air. And he gets a little bit of a slap wheelie that time, but not a lot of room to carry it out. Get some good air on that bus stack. And then some good air going into the pond. What's he lining up for now? Going backside of the center obstacle. Not a lot of air off of it. But first one to hit that obstacle. Now gets some good air over the garbage truck. And combos it up with the shipping container. As we get last couple of seconds here, I don't think he's going to get another hit in. And he's not unless the judges decide to count this beautiful sky wheelie, dead vertical. I feel like the judges might count that one. As his time's expired here, he's going to keep on going, a few more hits. We'll see what the score is when he finally stops. Another great hit on that semi-trailer stack. He's going to park it here. No, go for another sky wheelie. Gets it crooked in the air, though, and up and over that truck goes. It's going to be a 28 for Glazed and Confused to take the lead from Cottonmouth. As now we have Loud Pedal coming out, driven by Harper Ray. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last time we see this truck for a while. No plans for it for next year. So I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that. But that's just how it goes sometimes. When there's too many seats and not enough drivers. So you get some great air over the fountain, puts it down hard into a slap wheelie. Harper Ray going to give this truck all it's got and more. As he launches it over the center obstacle. Great air there. Now he's going backside of the semi-container. Up and over he goes. Got too vertical, too quick. Gets a 26 from the judges. Not how he wanted to send off Loud Pedal. As next up, Nico Brock brings out Grim Fate. First time we're seeing him here at KORR Monsters Finals. He's going to get us started off with the bus stack. And then some pretty good air over the fountain. Grim Fate, of course, one of those Team Try Me trucks known for doing those cross threads on basically any obstacle they want. So we'll have to see when he does one, or if he can keep the truck upright to do one. Team also known for wrecking quite a few trucks. And so far, pretty tame run here from Nico. A lot more tame than we normally see out of him. Coming up about halfway on this run. Definitely need to see a little more out of him as he gets into trouble there. But recovers. Lining up. Floors it off the racing lane. Not a lot of height, but some good distance out of it. Last 30 seconds of the run. It looks like he's going to try to cross-thread the fountain. Oh, gets the rear end caught on the fountain. And the entire rear end comes out of the truck. He's going to get 29 from the judges, but he's done early. Wild crash there from Grim Fate. As now we have Herbert Miller bringing out Airborne Assault. Has got quite the wow factor to top after that. But still plenty of room to go for the scoring. As we score up to a 40 here at finals. As Airborne Assault gets a great slap wheelie there. Around looking for that next hit, going over. The garbage truck gets tripped up by it a little bit. And now he's going to go after the bus stack. Walks a little bit of a wheelie over. Gets a slap wheelie coming off. Now he's going to go backside of the blue lane. Gets some great air. Last 30 seconds of the run coming up on it. And looks like he's going to back up to the wall. He's going to try to air it out over that center obstacle. Hits the wall, floors it. He doesn't lift and just sends the truck for some of the biggest air I think we've ever seen here at KORR Monsters Finals. Now sends it through the semi-container, or semi-trailer. And looks like he gets tripped up by it a little bit. Tries to get off of it, finally does, but that ate up the last little bit of his time. Maybe the judges will be nice and score that last hit there. But we'll have to see what the score is when he finally decides he's done. As he's going to whip it into some donuts here right in front of the camera. And he's going to get a 34 from the judges, so that blows into the lead. And we'll have to see if he can hold on to it. We've seen scores like that normally contend for the win. So we'll have to see how high we end up scoring here tonight. As now we have Trip Cassidy in safety clean coming out. Brand new look on the truck for this year. Normally it's just a Rat Trap 4 paint with safety clean logos on it. This time it's got its own look. As he lines up for that fountain, gets a good little bit of air off of it, but we've definitely been seeing more out of people. And then a good little bit of air over the bus stack. Going for a slap wheelie? No, just going for a little bit of air. Combos it up with that semi-trailer stack and gets grabbed by it a little bit. We've seen that in the past. Those obstacles like to grab these trucks, and sometimes they don't let go. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for the rest of the show, because that obstacle's already pretty much destroyed. After only, what, 5 trucks now? So we come down to the last 25 seconds of the run. Trip Cassidy giving us a pretty good run, but nowhere near what we need to see for a good championship caliber run, as he gets tripped up and over he goes, just like Loud Pedal tries to save it, and he won't. It'll be a 29 for Trip Cassidy in safety clean. As next up, Ed Jenkins brings out Bolt Hill, and he's going to start us off with some donuts, blowing the smoke out of the nose of that bull. And now we have a camper on the blue lane. That's an interesting spot for it. We'll have to see who hits that first. Have to imagine the first truck to hit it's going to be the only one that can hit it. So Ed Jenkins gets to work on this floor. Good few hits to start us off. Ed coming around here. Gonna try to air it out off the car stack. Gets some pretty good air. Going for a slap wheelie. And did not get the landing he needed to actually get the wheelie out of that. As now he takes his turn at the semi-trailer. Goes right up and over it. And then combos it up once again with that car stack. Last 25 seconds of the run. Good run. I don't think this is going to take the lead, as he gets a beautiful sky into slap wheelie, and up and over he goes. Carried it a little too long, and he's going to get a 32 from the judges. So not quite enough. Maybe if he filled, it would have tied. Next up, we have Adam Bell bringing out Sassy Child. Starting us off, backside hit on that car stack. I don't think many people have hit it going the right direction. But a good hit to start us off. Looks like he's going to go for that bus stack next. Pretty run-of-the-mill hit on it. And then some okay air going into the fountain. This truck not really set up for freestyle. But Adam always willing to give it his all. And he's wrecked it quite a few times this year, I think. So definitely not afraid of getting crazy like that. Who knows, maybe we'll see him grow into a freestyle here in the next couple of years. As he gets some great air here. Couple of beautiful hits. Last 30 seconds of the run. What has he got left for us? Some great air on the backside of that racing jump. Now looking for that bus stack once again. Clears it, but lands it hard on the side. And then gets grabbed by the racing lane a little bit. Finally breaks himself free. Killed a bunch of time there, though. His last hit gets some great air over that fountain into a slap wheelie. And he's going to park it on the blue lane. Punches the camper, but it stays together. Gets a 32 from the judges, so that'll tie for second. As now Will Baldwin brings out Snowcat. Not the first time we're seeing him here at finals. And he's going to start us off with the car stack, going for a slap wheelie, and did not quite get one. Front end came up a little bit, but not a lot. So Will now searches for his next hit. Looks like he's going back to that car stack. No, he's going to the racing lane. Get some pretty good air off of it. Very unique style chassis. He makes these. He sells them to a couple of teams. Few people have them. James Whitaker and Eagle Eye debuted a new one this year. Almost no overhang in front of the front shocks. And no overhang behind the rear shocks. So now Will Baldwin gets some huge air over that center obstacle. Now going up through the container, and I think he's going to end up stuck there. You really can't roll that obstacle from that direction. And indeed, it looks like that's going to be it. Yes, it is. It's going to be a 26 for Will Baldwin in Snowcat, unfortunately. As next up, Todd Yates brings out Doggone Crazy. Starts us off huge air on the fountain. Biggest air of the night so far off of that. Almost biggest air of the night, period. Todd Yates, more good air off that racing lane. Todd's one of those guys. He's going to come out, get the biggest air you've ever seen. But unfortunately, it doesn't result in many wins because he's normally flipping over around the 1 minute mark. So hopefully he can do better than that here tonight. So far he's got that big air down pretty good. Some of the biggest we've seen tonight. Great momentum so far too. But we'll have to see if he can keep it on all four wheels. And it looks like he's going to go right for that camper. Right through it. Oh, but he clips the center obstacle. Up and over he goes. And once again, he's going to go over with 30 seconds left. He's going to get a 33, though, so it's good enough for second. Have to think if that run failed, he would have taken the lead. As now Greg Easton brings out Monkey Business. I believe this is the first time we're seeing this truck at finals. As Greg Easton, good couple of hits, gets a great slap wheelie. Now some donuts at the opening to the track. You can see that tie flopping around in the wind. Gets some air. Off the blue lane, gets tripped up by the camper, and up and over he goes after hitting the center obstacle. Just like Doggone Crazy, except a lot less air. Gets a 20. As now Lonnie Hall, our brand new two-time racing champion, brings out Rambunctious. And as expected, whips it into some cyclones right off the bat in the center of the floor. Almost goes over, though. Have to be careful with that. Gets some good air off the backside of the racing ramp. And almost got into trouble with the center obstacle. As now we get some great air going over the garbage truck. Combos it up, walks a wheelie over the semi-trailer. So far, action-packed start to this run. And get some good air over the center jump the other way. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of air off of it going that way. It doesn't look like it. From the few trucks that have hit it. Now Rambunctious gets some great air. Ramped it off of what's left of that trailer. Got quite a bit of extra height out of it. And a beautiful hit on the fountain. Up and over he goes over the buses. Last 25 seconds of the run. This is a great run so far. Herbert Miller definitely going to be sweating it with that 34. This run's definitely going to compete with it. Just a few more hits left, maybe only one. Oh, gets tripped up by the fountain. but he's going to recover, keep on going. As time expires, judges are supposed to put in their scores. They might count this last hit, though. As Lonnie Hall goes for the sweep here at finals. And now more a huge air off the racing lane. I don't even know what to say anymore about this run. As he's going to whip it into donuts here again in the center of the floor. And he's going to end it there. It's going to be a 35 for Lonnie Hall and Rambunctious. That's going to take the lead. Can he hold it? Not a lot of trucks and not a lot of points left, as now we have a camper in the fountain. Another interesting placement for a camper. As Damon Newton brings out Comedic Gasket, starts us off with a hit on the center obstacle. And is he going to go for the camper? No, he's not. He's going to go backside of the blue lane. Got a good little bit of air there. And then some pretty good air off that bus stack. And he's going to decide to not go for the camper. I don't think he likes that placement, doesn't trust it. I can't really say I blame him as he walks a wheelie through the semi-trailer. Oh, and he gets tripped up by the garbage truck. That could have been bad, but he gassed it. Front tires bit the ground and pulled him out of it. Because now he gets some good air off that car stack. Coming down to the last 30 seconds of the run here. It's a good run from Damon, but it definitely needs something, I think. As you get some more good air off that bus stack. And now he's going to cross-thread the garbage truck into a wheelie. It wasn't much of a cross-thread, but he did hit it pretty crooked. More crooked than we've seen anyone hit. Then tries to get some air on the backside of the center obstacle. Once again, not a lot happening there. As time fills, I don't think the judges are going to count this hit. Oh! Wild save there. Can he get it? Yes, he will. If the judges score that, I have to think that's going to contend with Rambunctious. But I think that was a little too late after time. As Damon Newton still going here. He's going to park it there. It's going to be a 31 from the judges. So judges pretty harsh on that run. So now we have Randall Boone bringing out Rat Trap 3. Starting us off, good hit on the back of the blue lane. Looking for the next hit. Get some pretty decent air on the backside of the car stack. Wanted a slap wheelie, but angled it at the semi-trailer stack, so he put it down. And not even really put it down, he just got out of it before he got the wheelie. Interesting hit on the center obstacle there, the way the truck reacted to it, as we get some cyclones here in the corner. Just a quick one, though. Normally we see Randall ride those out for quite a bit. Normally flips the truck, but he's been getting better at not flipping it. Goes through what's left of the camper, and it looks like he lost a 4-link or two there somehow. Maybe a piece of the trailer got in, damaged the chassis. I think he's having trouble steering the truck. Oh, you can see the damage done to that truck. That is not cooperating with him. Indeed, one of the 4-links is hanging out in the back of the truck. I think I saw one fly off the truck. But he's going to keep on going here. Launches it off the back of the blue lane. Randall Boone, not normally one we see damage a truck. Certainly not one we normally see continue driving after damaging a truck. Trying for a slap wheelie. I don't think he knows exactly how broken that truck is. Last couple of seconds here. Gets a bit of an awkward hit over the bus stack. It looks like he's going to go into cyclones once again. And this time he's letting it eat. Truck slows down on him a little bit, though, and up and over he goes. Dumps it onto its lid. It's going to be a 32 from Randall Boone and Rat Trap 3. As next up, we have Mike Maxwell bringing out Tonka. Mike, former racing champion, starts this off, hit on the backside of the bus. Mike is a driver very much known for racing, but you cannot sleep on him in freestyle. Has a good couple of freestyle wins, and some of the wildest moments we've seen here in KORR Monsters. Just stands on that loud pedal, gets some air off the backside of the green lane. Almost a picture-perfect jump there, clips the wall a little bit, no harm, no foul. And he's going to line up for that camper and just clips it, going up and going down. I have to think he might go for that again. What is he going to do? He's going to transfer it from the racing lane to the bus stack. We saw quite a few trucks do that last year. As he hits the wall again, looks like he's going to keep on going. First truck to do it here this year. Gets some fantastic air over that center obstacle. Last 15 seconds of the run here, goes through the semi-trailer and walks a wheelie down it. Mike Maxwell going crazy here the last part of this run. Time for one more hit. And up and over he's going to go right as time expires. It's going to be a 36 from Mike Maxwell and Tonka to take the lead away from Lonnie Hall and Rambunctious, as now Kinsley Parks brings out Sunoco Race Fuels. Starting us off, good hit on the back of the blue lane. Was the 2005 racing champion. Almost won the freestyle championship last year. Another driver has a bunch of wild moments. First driver to do that transfer from the racing lane to the bus stack last year. Have to think she has that sitting in her back pocket right now. Especially after seeing Mike Maxwell just do it. What has Kinsley got for us here? Hard landing on the side. Truck appears to still be together somehow. That is a very hard landing. There is no suspension there at all. Halfway through the run, she's still going. Truck appears to be fine. As we come down to the last 30 seconds of the run. Going for that bus stack. Great wheelie over it. As it looks like she's going to go for that camper. Oh, and it rejects her. Up in the air she goes. Leans it hard onto the side again, and she's done with 20 seconds left and gets a 32 for Kinsley Parks and Sunoco. We are down to our last four trucks here. First of our former freestyle champions, it's Christian Holt and Busted Knuckles, our 2000 champion. Looking for that first hit and launches it off the blue lane. Some of the longest air we've got so far tonight. And then walks a wheelie up and over the semi-trailer. Gets caught up by it a little bit, but it lets him go. And then right over that garbage truck. Now launches it off that racing lane. Busted Knuckles getting some big air off of obstacles we haven't seen quite that much air off of. And now he's going to almost clear the camper in the fountain. Walks a wheelie into the bus stack. And walks a wheelie down it. Christian Holt wants another freestyle championship. Launches it off that center obstacle. Most air we've seen off of it since Airborne Assault is now we get some donuts here with 30 seconds left. Just a couple of rotations. And then some more big air on the backside of the blue lane. Mike Maxwell just took the lead and he's got to be sweating. Huge air on the backside of the semi-trailer stack. Biggest air of the night on that obstacle. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get another hit in as time expires. And now he goes for the transfer. A lot cleaner than Mike Maxwell. Doesn't hit the wall. I don't know if the judges are going to count that or not, as he gets some monstrous air off the blue lane into a wheelie. Doesn't stop in time and smacks one of the containers, gets a 35, so not quite enough to take the lead, as now Mark Moody brings out Before It Breaks Car Parts, brand new Chevy Silverado body on the truck for this event. Have to see if it makes it out of this event in good condition. Probably not. But Mark, our 2003 Freestyle champion, did that with a few wild saves back then. Oh, goes over the car stack and brings one of the cars with him. That could have been very bad, as he goes for the bus stack now. Goes over the fountain, lands it through the camper, gets a piece of the camper stuck in the truck, and he's engulfed in flames. Truck definitely just punctured the fuel tank as he gets a 25. It looks like he got out of the truck okay. So unfortunately, quick end for Mark Moody, as now Opal Baxter brings out Reckless Red, our two-time Freestyle champion, 2001-2004, I believe. Starts us off. Good hit on the racing lane, not a lot of air. Opal looking to make it a three-time champion. She gets to work here. Good few hits, not a lot of air, but good momentum. She's going to go over that box truck now that's in the fountain. Lands on it, doesn't really go through it, however. It's also just dawning on me, we are going to have a repeat champion. Whether it's a repeat Freestyle champion or Mike Maxwell becomes the first driver to win the racing and Freestyle championship. We'll have to see. As she gets some great air over that semi-trailer. Not as much as we saw at Busted Knuckles, but still some great air. She's lining up for something here. She's going to go for the transfer. Hits it crooked. Up and over she goes. Can she save it? No, she's going to hit the wall. It's going to be a 34 for Opal Baxter and Reckless Red. With one truck left, it's Jack Schroeder in that 10th anniversary Try Me coming out. Split paint scheme. What does he have for Mike Maxwell and Tonka? If anyone knows how to do this, it's going to be Jack Schroeder and Try Me. Our 2002 and 2005 Freestyle champion. Huge air over the semi-trailer. Lining up. Good start so far. Lining up for the back of that racing lane. Oh, he hits the center obstacle. Blows the left rear off the truck. It looks like it damaged almost everything there. Even got damage to the right front, it hit so hard. He's going to try to keep going up and over. He goes over the center obstacle. Jack Schroeder not going to save it. He's going to get a 22. Mike Maxwell and Tonka is your 2006 Freestyle champion. After another wild crash from Jack Schroeder and Try Me, Mike Maxwell becomes the first ever racing and freestyle champion here in KORR Monsters with that 36. Good enough to hold on for the lead. As we take a look at the rest of the results, it'll be Rambunctious and Busted Knuckles with a 35. Airborne Assault and Reckless Red with a 34. Doggone Crazy with that 33. Bull Tilt, Sassy Child, Rat Trap, Sunoco, all with a 32. Comedic Gaskets with a 31. Grim Fate and Safety Clean with a 29. Glazed and Confused with a 28. Cottonmouth with a 27. Loud Pedal and Snowcat with a 26. Before It Breaks Car Parts with a 25 after that fire. Try Me with a 22, and Monkey Business with a 20 in last place. That has got to be the craziest finals we have ever had here on KORR Monsters. And if you want to keep up to date with everything going on behind the scenes, be sure to check us out on Instagram. We post event photos, and sometimes even teasers for what's coming next for the trucks. And as always, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this show. Let us know what you thought about the season. But until next time, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. for the start of the 2007 KORR Monsters season. We'll see you then.